Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for tonight's NBA slate on Tuesday, December the 26th. It is the day after Christmas. I hope you guys did have a good Christmas. I'm actually recording this video on Christmas night, but I did want to give you guys some early props that I liked for Tuesday's NBA slate. I think we have 9 games tonight, so it's a relatively decent sized slate for a Tuesday. Now again, I'm making this video the night before, so at the time I'm making this video, we don't have all the props on the board right now, but you can see, in terms of like points props, there's still a good amount available. Rebounds, there's a good amount available. I did find 2 early props, guys, that I did like for Tuesday's slate. So as always, we're going to talk through each one of these 2 plays and share why I like them. Before we do get started though, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, and if they do help you out, make sure you hit that like button down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks and if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, you can sign up for Prizepicks linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. Also want to give a shout out to Sleeper. We do have a partnership with Sleeper as well, and if you don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can sign up for Sleeper, get your first deposit matched up to $500 when you sign up and use promo code NOAH over on Sleeper. Now, if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are an app similar to Prizepicks. They're similar to a lot of these other DFS apps you see around the industry. You're picking more or less on player projections. It's very simple. It's a very easy app to use. Again, on Sleeper, it's a player prop site, and they do offer like a lot of the major sports, so NBA, NFL, college football, college basketball, all that stuff. MLB is all available on Sleeper. You can win up to 100x your money on Sleeper. They do offer a dynamic payout system, so you can take props on Sleeper that some of these other sites don't offer. Like, for example, with NBA, you can take double-double props, triple-double props. You can take those over on Sleeper, get some higher payouts for those type of props. So if you guys want to check out Sleeper, again, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $500. But yeah, guys, we got 2 early props I'm liking for Tuesday's slate. I do want to recap our plays from Monday, from Christmas Day. I did make a video for the Christmas Day NBA slate, and we did hit both the props that we gave out for the Christmas Day slate. We took Isaiah Hartenstein over 20.5 PRA, and we took Jamal Murray over 33.5 PRA. Murray was definitely a sweat. That play cashed, I think, in like the final seconds. Murray got fouled late in the game to go to the free throw line, got a couple of free throws late, which put him over his projection. But we'll take those good beats anytime we can get them. Definitely we'll take those. So hopefully you guys did tail the 2 plays I gave out for Christmas Day. Hopefully you tailed the 2 plays I gave out for Saturday as well. Hit both the plays we gave out Saturday. So on a nice little 4-0 run over our last 2 videos. Let's try and keep that rolling into today's slate. But yeah, talking through the props I do like for today. First off, we're going to look at a points prop I'm liking, and we're going to talk about Alperen Şengün's points prop, 22.5. And I do like the over here for Şengün. So really like this matchup a lot for Şengün going up against the Pacers. The Pacers this season have been a very friendly matchup for centers. They've been one of the friendliest matchups for players that can score in the paint. And that's where Şengün can do a lot of his scoring, is around the rim and in the paint. And that's where the Pacers struggle most. They're allowing the most points in the paint this season by a pretty wide margin, by 3 points higher than the next team. The Wizards, they're the team that's allowing the second most points in the paint, and the Pacers allow 3 more points in the paint per game than the Wizards do. So this Pacers team has just been getting killed in the paint all season. This is a matchup that I think Şengün can have a lot of success in. We saw Şengün come off a great game against the Pelicans where he put up 37 points. That was a relatively favorable matchup for him. The Pelicans have also been a team you can kind of beat in the paint this season. So I really like to spot a lot for Şengün. I know this line for Şengün is kind of higher than what you would expect, but it's obviously because of the matchup. I think Şengün this season, he's only averaging like 20 and a half points per game. So this is higher than his season average. But again, this matchup is just so good for Şengün. He's a high usage player, a guy they're going to run a lot of the offense through. And even playing with Fred VanVleet and Dillon Brooks this year, Şengün has still had a very good role, still getting a lot of opportunity, still has a very solid usage rate, and he's still an aggressive offensive player. I mean, if you look over his last few games, he's still been taking a good amount of shots. He took 21 shots last game against the Pelicans. In that game against Cleveland, he shot the ball 20 times. Against Dallas, 12 shot attempts. Against Atlanta, 12. Against Milwaukee, 15. So he's been taking like 12, 13, 14 shots a game minimum. And sometimes you'll see games where he can really get going and he'll have like 18, 19, 20 shot attempts. Şengün, again, he does a lot of his scoring inside the paint. So he's typically a guy that's relatively efficient as a scorer. You won't see many games where Şengün, shoots like 5 for 20. Like that usually doesn't happen. Hopefully, it won't happen tonight just because he does score a lot around the rim, and obviously it's a lot easier to score around the rim, or it's a lot easier to make shots around the rim than it is to make like a three-pointer, just because you're closer to the basket, obviously. And Şengün, again, does a lot of his scoring around the rim, which is where the Pacers have really struggled this season. The Pacers overall have been a pretty bad defensive team. Pretty sure they have the third worst defensive rating in the league, third worst defensive rating this season. They've been a really bad defensive team. The Pacers, they also play at the fastest pace in the league, and the Rockets have been a really slow-paced team this season, so this is a big-time pace-up spot for the Rockets, which is another plus for Şengün, getting to play up in pace here. So, man, really all the boxes are checked here for Şengün. At 22.5 points, I know this line is a little high for Şengün. It's over his season average, but I do like the spot quite a bit for him. I think he can score 23 points here, coming off his highest scoring game of the season against the Pelicans. Wouldn't be surprised to see another big scoring game from Şengün tonight. So that is the first prop I do like for tonight, guys, is Alperen Şengün, more than 22.5 points. And then the other prop that I like is going to be an assist prop. We're going to look at Ja Morant, 7.5 assists, and I also like the over here for Ja. So we actually took an under on Ja Morant's assist prop earlier this season. It was against the Pacers when they played on December 21st, but that day his assist prop was set at 9.5. Obviously, there's a huge difference getting a line at 7.5 versus 9.5. If Ja's assist prop today was at 9.5, I probably would like the under, but obviously that's not the case. It's at 7.5. And if you look at this season, Ja has gone over this prop in all 3 games he's played. He had 8 assists against the Pelicans in his season debut, 8 assists against the Pacers, and then last game against Atlanta, he had 11 assists. If you look at the minutes for Ja so far, he has pretty much been playing full minutes. First game of the season, he played 35 minutes. Against the Pacers, he played 34 minutes. And then last game against the Hawks, he played 36 minutes. If you look at the potential assists for Ja, he has been averaging a ton of potential assists this season. I know it's a small sample. It's only 3 games. But his potential assists are way up compared to last season. Last season, he only averaged about 14 potential assists per game. So far this season, he's averaging over 18 potential assists per game. He's averaged 9 assists per game through their first 3 games. So the opportunity has been there for Ja to get assists. He's been handling the ball a lot as well. That's something we know that Ja's going to do. Leading the team in touches per game, leading the team in time of possession per game as well. Ja has dominated the time of possession. If you look at the time of possession this year for the Grizzlies, 8.6 minutes of touch time for Ja Morant, whereas Desmond Bane, 5.1 minutes. So Ja has really dominated time of possession when he's been on the floor. He's had the ball in his hands a ton. And he's been assisting a lot this year. The potentials have been up for Ja. Again, this is a projection play. If this play was at like 9.5, I would probably like the under like I did in that game against the Pacers. But if at 7.5, I think the over looks pretty appealing here. Matchup against the Pelicans, I think it's like okay. The Pelicans are not a bad defensive team by any means, but this is definitely a spot where the volume in terms of assist opportunities is going to be there for Ja. It's going to come down to his teammates being able to make shots. Hopefully they'll be able to do so. But with Ja averaging over 18 potentials per game so far, if that continues, if he continues to average 16, 17, 18 potential assists per game, I like his chances of getting 8 assists more times than not. And looking at some sportsbook odds, DK Sportsbook right now, they do have Ja minus 125 favored to go over this line. So kind of early, the market early is also liking the over here on 7.5 assists for Ja. So these are the 2 props, guys, that I do like for Tuesday's NBA slate. Again, it's a 9-game slate. At the time of making this video on Monday night, there's not, the full board's not up yet, but I still was able to find some early props I did like. These were the 2 that I like most from what's available. If you guys are going to tail me on these 2 plays, hopefully we can hit both these plays again. We've hit our last 4 plays that we've given out on YouTube. Hopefully you guys have been tailing those and been making some money. Let's try and keep that rolling into today's slate. But again, guys, appreciate you watching the video as always and supporting the content. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And be sure to go check out Prizepicks as well. If you are not signed up for Prizepicks yet, sign up and use that promo code NOAH. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code. But that's all that I got for tonight, guys. As always, appreciate you watching the videos, supporting the content. Again, I hope you guys all had a good Christmas. Hope you enjoyed the holidays, spent some time with some family. And yeah, let's try and keep this rolling, keep this train rolling into Tuesday's slate. Let's try and make some money tonight. So appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.